Alright, so I did not get to record that last round. You watched the video before that, I'm sure you noticed I felt like I got like stabbed in the chest. And then I had to eat too. I'm even late to this round, but he's either on Nadu or Jeskai. We're hoping he's on Nadu, honestly, because we beat Nadu, we just lost to Jeskai. Oh, I might regret saying that. I guess, yeah, he could be on Frogtide too here. Surprised he killed the Ragavan. Well, I was gonna say this is actually one of the times I'd be happy to cast the Fable, but he's not gonna let us. So we're gonna swing first. Try to bait out like a fatal push or something. And in that same vein, we're gonna target this cat, because if he's gonna kill anything, I'd rather it be this. My guess is he's gonna kill this. So that way we can still Raptor here for 3. Because I was expecting him to have like a spell snare. And I didn't want to cast that Flage, although if I hit a land, then yeah, maybe I would have wanted to have cast the Flage, but we're just gonna do this. Whatever, we'll take it, I guess. Nothing else. We got some energy banked up now. I'm hoping he doesn't have a frog. Damn it. So he can make this frog a 5 toughness. We got 2, and so he's so low that burning him would be a valid strategy, but I think we'd rather force him here. Because we're still gonna be able to swing lethal. He'll probably keep 1 card. And then keep a fatal push, be my guess. We don't necessarily want to lose the cat, but he will have nothing to do. If he wants to trade, and he'll even have to exile 3 cards to do it. The alternative is he just basically did it. You don't need that about my spine surgery troubles. Hopefully not. I'm gonna try not to talk about that as often as I know I have. Because I know it doesn't make for good viewing. But I'm sure if you watched that last video, you had to have noticed that I immediately just looked like I'd got stabbed in the chest. My neck is killing me too. For that matter, I can hardly move. I could barely even type here, but we will be alright. So again, I'm not going to talk about that nearly as much as I have been. But I might have to mention it occasionally. So back to the game here. I think I have my sideboard guide pulled up here, so I've been bringing out the Blood Moons in a bolt, which I think still makes sense here. To bring in Celestial Purges, and I was bringing in Unlicensed Hearse. Which I don't have anymore because I have the Soul Guide Lantern, which I guess I will bring in. Static Prison is fairly risky against them. Because if anybody's good at making us slow down enough to get their threats back, it's them. But Murktide and Frog are both counter things that you can cut off with that. Disruptor Flute, you can cut off Frog with that. I've brought it in just to name Murktide before, so I think it's worth considering. What are we not loving here? I guess I don't want that. It's too variable here. We'd rather just kill the frog. I guess we'll lose one more bolt. We'll keep a couple, but because just burning them to death is a valid strategy. But we kept the Goblin Bombardment for that purpose as well here. We don't necessarily want to draw a bunch of bolts. Something had to go. So this is slow. I'm gonna keep it. If we can get going, we'll be alright. Honestly, if we draw a fetch land, we'll be in business. Normally I don't like drawing a 4th land on turn 1, but so I really don't want that to be swinging. But playing this Aether Hub really slows me down if I have to use all of it on that discharge. Enough that I just can't afford to do that. If I'm going to play the Aether Hub, I need to play something else. I'm just going to play this. We'll keep that. We'll have 2 cards to try to answer this Tamiya next turn. He doesn't have double blue. So really what I want to do I could have ran this raptor out, but I need to hit him. I need to start getting rid of these. So what I'm thinking here is luring him into discarding a bunch of his hand. So I wanted to discharge this first, but I'm going to static prison first to try to gain 2 energy to get rid of this Tameo, and then discharge this. He'll probably counter this anyway, but then it won't. Then I'll still be able to basically get rid of his whole hand. So I was going to try to bait him into discarding his whole hand, but I'd rather just get rid of both of these for sure. Or mostly for sure, I guess. This way, next turn I can do the hub, guide, and raptor. Or, you know, whatever. That does sound pretty... Right here, I would love to kill this. So... we're gonna go ahead and play this, get the energy banked. And we are gonna try to go guide raptor. I guess we still raptor. Anybody that says this is a bad matchup is crazy. Street? Urza Saga. What did this become all of a sudden? Well, we don't like... Watch, I'm gonna lose this match now that I was talking shit. We don't want to draw another Mesa, but there could be worse things, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and go Plains so that I can get Jagantha and play this Ocelot. But he doesn't know this other Raid Mace is in my hand. So we're gonna swing first. Frogtide, it would only be a 5/5, so... Wah, wah. That's alright. That's less good. No. Not looking amazing because he's going to be able to start baiting us with this frog. We would like to get into a flage. Urza Sagas are also going to do work here. And his static prisms are going to start to come back, so unless I can draw a galvanic discharge. So now that I know he's on Urza Saga, I might want wear and tear. You pretty much got to equip here. You're not gonna swing? Okay. I mean, you're not gonna equip and then swing? Yikes. So we'll give him back the cameo. Not that I wanted to give him back either, but probably should have done this first. Because I need to just draw a card here. This does get rid of 2 types though. So that was actually pretty good. I was gonna draw a card, but I think I just exile his graveyard, honestly. I'm gonna wait until the saga resolves. I didn't swing because he could block. I'm gonna wait 1 turn here and hope that it we draw some action. As much as I would love to draw an extra card with this Soul Guide Lantern, I think I just need to exile his graveyard. Well, if he's gonna do it for us, then I'm just gonna draw a card. That's not good. Yeah, this is not the version of Frogtide I expected. So, a damn Droff's, or Grafdigger's Cage is doing him a huge favor here. So yes, I'll continue. Well, yeah, there's still 13 minutes left on my clock. It's I'm trying to get into a better habit of not giving up on games that aren't technically lost yet. This one looks pretty damn lost, but it's not over technically. There are, I suppose, combinations that could get me out of this. I don't know what they are, but so he's just gonna gain a bunch of life anyway. I should have targeted a frog and made him discard his hand, but that's alright. Can't even swing because he has the Tameo, so this would have lost one power. It also cuts off the ocelots. Those are both my static prisons. I brought in one more, actually. So I can get rid of this. Maybe risking getting blown out here, but that's alright. If not, I had to do something. So I'm dead. So I deserve to lose that one, right? I was talking shit. I knew there were totally ways they could get out. Bone Crusher Giant's not nearly as useful. So he was on this weird version that had sagas and a lot of like the fell whatever things. So we're not expecting that to work. The Blood Moons to work against them usually, but against this version in particular, I am going to bring those back in, especially on the play now, because I think him with all the flip lands, it could be pretty useful to have. Also, I should have brought in the Harsh Mentor, probably. Between the Urza Sagas and Frog, I think that would have been useful. So having a bunch of these static prisons is a way, again, you saw that last game, they can just be too slow, especially with no other way to generate energy. I think I gotta keep it. Even the two lands make it really particularly risky. So we still have another fetch. We can at least do this once just to get this cat out. The next one I would like to be able to get a tap surveil land, but I need to be able to get a plains if I'm going to try to play this Blood Moon on him. Probably going to counter the Blood Moon anyway. Okay. He gave me a target, actually. Okay, so I can actually even afford here to fetch a plains, because I have this static prison, so he doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know that I'm working for this blood moon. He might just think that I have that I wanted to get a planes to save my life or total or whatever. So it's unfortunate that we were going to be possibly running into a Bowmaster, but I don't have another land yet, and I really want to try to get through this blood moon next turn. So I have to run the Ragmon out to attempt it. Damn it. Well, that was an effort.
One existence of distances that you might fear, from end to end that's over a billion light years. In a sea of universes, it's a bubble in, and this is from the humans perch at the Hubble end. At scales like this,
He doesn't need to know that I drew this land here. Let's swing first. Maybe should have dashed him, because we're risking getting plague winded here, but or whatever it's called, not plague winded, but the other one. So I would like to not have to use that treasure, because this way I'm going to need to draw a land to be able to play this Flage, but I guess this now, it makes basically all of my... I'll skip this and not mess around with that. This way, if he does wipe my board, I at least have a chance to play this Flage. I could have saved the treasure, but then I would have had to get the Flage into my graveyard still, so... I guess he didn't have...
For this is a reflection of what nature does, because nature uses symmetry in enormous numbers of places for the shape of a flower, a snowflake, any place where we humans look out and we find something beautiful. If you analyze it long enough, you'll probably figure out that we're looking at a...
So this kind of sucks.
But then nature turns around and pulls a trick on us, because if the world were perfectly symmetrical, we could not exist.
So I have to pay for these. I can't give them these threats back.
It turns out that it's by the breaking of those symmetries that the laws apparently of nature that allow human beings to exist occur in the way.
I need to just swing here, unfortunately. I have nothing that I can get rid of that frog with yet. But he's so low on life that I've got to just try to kill him. So we really don't want to have to play this Guide of Souls, but we have to. That'll put us at the blessing with this trigger, so we'll be able to save both of these. We have enough in our graveyard to get this out regardless, as long as we draw on land, so even if we do get board wiped, which she's going to, I'm sure. Eureka. Probably should have cut those. Or I guess that. I only have one. That ain't doing me any good right now. So... he's almost surely gonna bowmasters us, right? I mean, he's gotta have that. But even if he does, I think we live with it. I have to try to kill him. I should have played this first. Hey, never mind, doesn't matter. So, what would I have drawn if I had gotten that? Okay, cool.